It all started with a bored afternoon and a dare.
Chinedu, a mischievous 25-year-old with a knack for pulling pranks, lounged on his friend Tolu's couch, scrolling through videos of elaborate public proposals. People will do anything for attention, he muttered, laughing at one clip where a proposal went hilariously wrong. Tolu, always ready for an adventure, suddenly shot up with an idea that lit up his face like a bulb. What if we staged one?
A fake proposal on Valentine's Day.
The words hung in the air, ridiculous yet undeniably tempting. Chinedu's eyes sparkled with mischief. Imagine the reactions. Shocked strangers, awkward silence, maybe even someone crying. They both burst into laughter, already picturing the chaos. But as the laughter faded, the idea settled into something real. They decided on the perfect plan. Chinedu would propose to Tolu's friend, Amaka, in the busiest public park on Valentine's Day. Amaka, known for her dramatic flair, agreed instantly, loving the idea of being the center of such hilarious attention. Little did they know, their prank would spiral into something far beyond what they had bargained for. A successful prank needed flawless execution. The trio met at their favorite CAF, sketching out every detail like masterminds plotting a heist. Chinedu would dress sharply, looking every bit the nervous yet hopeful boyfriend.
Amaka would wear a stunning red dress, dramatic enough to catch every eye.
Tolu's job, to secretly film the entire event from different angles to capture every reaction.
They even rehearsed the proposal in Chinedu's small apartment.
Drop to one knee slowly, Amaka instructed, and make sure your voice trembles at emotion. Chinedu exaggerated his lines. Amaka, my love, I can't imagine life without you, clutching his chest dramatically. They laughed until their stomachs hurt. But beneath the fun,
there was an unspoken excitement, a thrill.
That came from knowing they were about to cause a scene no one would forget. Valentine's Day arrived with all its cheesy glory.
The city was a sea of red and pink, with couples everywhere flaunting their love.
The park they'd chosen was packed exactly what they needed. Chinedu's heart raced, not with genuine nerves,
but with the anticipation of pulling off the perfect prank.
Amaka looked stunning, her red dress flowing like a dramatic flame, while Tolu had his camera cleverly disguised as a casual phone scroll. They picked the perfect spot near a fountain, where couples were taking photos. Chinedu took a deep breath, held Amaka's hand, and suddenly dropped to one knee. Gasps filled the air. Strangers paused mid-conversation, turning to witness what they assumed was a beautiful love story unfolding. Chinedu's voice quivered. Amaka, from the moment I met you, I knew you were the one. The crowd grew, phones recording, hearts melting. But things were about to take an unexpected turn.
As Chinedu continued his heartfelt fake proposal, a crowd quickly gathered,
including a street musician who paused his performance, a couple arguing who suddenly stopped to watch,
and even a woman wiping tears from her eyes.
The scene had captured more attention than they'd anticipated. Some strangers started cheering even before Amaka could respond, their excitement filling the park with energy. Just as Amaka was about to deliver her dramatic yes,
a man from the crowd, clearly emotional, shouted,
"This is what real love looks like. I'm inspired." Without hesitation, he turned to his confused girlfriend, dropped to one knee, and proposed right there. The crowd erupted in cheers, people clapping and cameras flashing. Chinedu, Amaka, and Tolu exchanged panicked glances. This wasn't part of the plan. Their fake proposal had accidentally sparked a real one. Before they could process what had happened, another man, not to be outdone, pulled out a ring and proposed to his girlfriend. The park transformed into an impromptu proposal festival. Chinedu tried to maintain his composure, but the absurdity of the situation was overwhelming. Amaka, struggling not to burst into laughter, squeezed his hand tightly, her face frozen in a mix of fake surprise and real panic.
Meanwhile, Tolu, filming from a distance,
was laughing so hard he almost dropped his phone. The situation was out of control.
What was supposed to be a simple prank had triggered a chain reaction of proposals,
some filled with genuine emotion, others clearly rushed under peer pressure.
A local reporter covering
Valentine's events noticed the commotion and hurried over, microphone in hand.
"Can we interview the lovely couple?"
she asked, pointing straight at Chinedu and Amaka. Chinedu's mind raced. Stay calm, stick to the story. But as the reporter asked questions about their relationship, he stumbled over his words. "We met, at a library."
Yes, she was reading.
A cookbook." Amaka's eyes widened slightly, but she forced a smile, adding, "Yes, he's very passionate about cooking." The reporter nodded, completely buying their awkward answers, which only made Tolu laugh harder from afar.
As more questions came, their stories started to conflict.
Chinedu claimed they'd been dating for 2 years. Amaka blurted out 3. The crowd listened, enchanted by this romantic couple,
Unaware of the disaster unfolding behind the scenes.
just when they thought it couldn't get worse.
An actual friend of Amaka's from university appeared in the crowd, recognizing her instantly.
Amaka, is that you? You're getting engaged. The jig was up, or so they thought. Amaka's university friend, Enki, rushed over, eyes wide with excitement.
Amaka's heart raced, but instead of exposing the prank, Enki hugged her tightly. I can't believe you didn't tell me. This is amazing, she squealed.
Amaka forced a laugh, casting desperate glances at Chinedu, who simply nodded, playing along. They were trapped in their own lie, now entangled with real emotions and expectations. Meanwhile, Tolu decided to intervene, walking over casually and pretending to be a random bystander. Wow, you two are such an inspiration.
True love is rare these days, he said dramatically, trying to ease the tension.
But instead of helping, his comment only fueled the crowd's excitement.
People began asking for selfies with the happy couple, and the local reporter promised to air their story on the evening news.
The prank had officially spiraled beyond control. Realizing they couldn't keep up the act forever, the trio devised a quick escape plan. Amaka pretended to feel faint from overwhelming emotions, clutching her chest dramatically.
Chinedu panicked fake panic, of course, while Tolu shouted, she needs air.
Make way, please. The crowd parted like the Red Sea, concerned and sympathetic.
They rushed Amaka out of the park, leaving confused but touched strangers behind. Once they turned the corner, away from prying eyes, they burst into uncontrollable laughter, gasping for breath between fits of giggles.
Did you see that guy propose?
Because of us, Tolu wheezed, clutching his stomach. Amaka wiped tears of laughter from her eyes.
Chinedu shook his head, grinning. That was the worst and best prank we've ever pulled.
But just as they thought it was over, Tolu's phone buzzed.
A clip of their engagement had gone viral. Overnight, the video racked up thousands of views. Comments poured in, some praising their beautiful love story, others speculating about their awkward chemistry. Memes were created, their faces plastered with captions like, when you propose, but she wasn't expecting it, and the couple that broke Valentine's Day. Chinedu couldn't believe it.
We're famous for being fake.
Brands started reaching out, offering endorsements for couple-related products. Wedding planners, florists, even a reality TV show producer wanted to feature their love story. The trio found themselves at a crossroads. Should they come clean or ride the wave of accidental fame?
They debated for hours,
weighing the hilarious consequences against the tempting opportunities. In the end, they chose honesty, but with flair.
They posted a follow-up video, explaining the prank with all the behind-the-scenes footage. Tolu edited it perfectly, showing their planning,
the chaotic proposals, and their dramatic escape. They titled it, The Valentine's Day Prank That Went Too Far. The video went even more viral than the original, with people loving the twist. Surprisingly, instead of backlash,
they were met with laughter and praise for their creativity.
Even the couples who got engaged that day sent messages thanking them. Turns out, some needed that little push. Chinedu, Amaka, and Tolu became internet sensations, not just for the prank, but for proving that sometimes, even fake love can lead to real connections.
And as for Chinedu and Amaka, well, after spending so much time pretending to be in love, they weren't entirely sure it was all fake anymore.